Well, hello. It is Sunday evening, and this is my Simple Sunday video. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today. I am going to make a fun card that you may enjoy as well. I have two grand nephews, or no, one grandnephew, one grandniece, both that are going to be turning 1 years old this year and this next year. So I need to get some birthday cards made. And I did this one not too long ago, and I'm going to make another one that will be similar to it, but not exactly. Um, the first thing I did is I stamped the images that I want, and I'm going to color those soon, but we want to get all our stamping done first. This is a 8.5 by 5.5 card, folded, scored at 4 1/4, and that's my base card. And then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 top that's going to go along that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, by the way, is soft seafoam. And I'm going to take my soft seafoam stamp pad, and I'm going to take the stamp out of, oh, never mind. I used two different stamp sets here. Here's the Elephant Parade and the alphabet. And I'm going to be using this star stamp out of the alphabet right now, and then I took the letters that I need to do the birthday out of there, and then of course this one, the balloon and the giant leaf, is what I used out of that stamp set. And by the way, this does come in a bundle. I just don't have the die cuts. This comes with die cuts though, so it'd be real easy to cut these images out. I don't have the die cuts, so I will be using my paper snips today. This is also a, a bundle, but it comes with a punch, and the punch is this shape, and at this, I got that, and it's sitting way over there on the other side of the room, so I don't want to leave and go get it for it. But it is a punch. And you can get that as a bundle as well. I'm just going to randomly put these stars all over this paper. You probably won't even see what I'm doing on the screen right now, but I'm just randomly putting these around just to do a nice soft border. That's all it's going to be. And I will give you a closer look at it in just a minute. Just a few stars here and there. And let's see. I think that's pretty close. I don't want to get too much more because then it'll be cluttered. It'll look cluttered. So I'm going to end there. And I'll bring this up and just give you a look-see. And just put it all over the place. And that makes just a nice soft background on there. Okay, and then with my black Memento, I'm going to put the word birthday on these, and this is the order that I want to put them in. So first I'm going to get my B. And when you first use these, you'll see what I did here. You'll want to just stamp it to make sure that you get the feel of how hard to press and how to get the letters down. Because they are a little, because they're so small, they're just a little trickier. So you'll want to make sure that you stamp off if you need to. And these are just colors of paper that I used from scraps. All right, so I used the daffodil yellow, the pumpkin pie, that's the Tahitian tide. Let's see, birth, need a T. Um, and the Highland Heather are the colors that I used. I trust you all are doing well. I want to tell you about something special that I recently found out. Um, and that is on Spotify, Paper Pumpkin has, what do you call it? Paper Pumpkin has music on Spotify. Let's put it that way. I don't remember what the technical term is. But you can go on Spotify, search for Paper Pumpkin, and look on down. And then every month they have a bunch of songs that have been that you can use to stream while you are crafting. And I just thought that was so cool. I've used the service every once in a while. I have Spotify, and I have crafted with the music. In fact, I tried to do it doing a video once, and I couldn't get the sound the way that I wanted to. So I have to keep practicing that and figuring that out before I actually do a video with music on it. Plus, I know that there are some rules and laws and stuff that some places have. So I don't know if YouTube or Facebook would allow me to do it. So I just have to check all that out before I actually do it. Okay, I'm using the Smoky Slate blending pens. And I'm using the shorter end right now to do these very narrow areas. And this is the lighter shade. And then I'm going to close that down and get the bigger this end because it's easier for the wider areas that you're coloring. It doesn't look real easy when I'm doing it around these eyes, I know. And you do have to be careful, but once you get past that, the rest of it goes easy. Mm. Okay, just goes faster that way. I'm going to use the smaller blunt end again to do that tail. Then, let's see, with my dark smoky slate, I am just going to highlight his eyebrows and the lines in his face and trunk. Then I'm going to take my light petal pink and I'm going to color the inside of his ears. little toenails. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take, let's see, I have to think of how I want to do this. This is my dark shaded spruce. It looks like I'm being a little crazy, I know, but you'll understand once we get going with my colors here. I'm going to do that there too. Okay. And then I'm combining the light parakeet party with this leaf. And I'm using my Real Red for my balloon. This is the light Real Red. And the dark I'm going to use to just highlight a couple spots here. All right. Then those are all set. So then all we need to do then is cut these out. By the way, when I used the stamp for this balloon, as you can see, it's a real thin line. So I took my black marker and I made it thicker, specifically so that I could cut around it. It just makes it a whole lot easier. And it's also bolder on your card. You can see it better. So whenever you get to some really fine lines like that, if you can use that, that's a tip for you. All right, remember when you're cutting out that you will need to move your paper and not your scissors. That will give you a nice smooth cut rather than the choppiness of taking your scissors in and out. Okay, now I'm going to skip over that part right there for now, and I'm going to come back to it. This part's a little tricky because it is thin. So I got to be careful with how I do this. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the tip of my scissors and snip these little corners out. It's very challenging to do. The first time I did this, I tore the string part right off. So you have to be real careful when you do it. Okay, and don't play with it too much, because if you do, you will cut through and get more than what you bargained for. Okay. I still don't have this corner out. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I got it. All right. We got that one done. I just cut that excess paper off so I'm not working with a lot while I'm trying to turn and twist and whatever. Just makes it easier for me. I'd rather have the small area that I'm working with than to have all this extra paper that I'm fighting to get around. Well, I trust you are all having a great time getting ready for holiday, for the Christmas season. Well, it is the Christmas season, but I mean getting ready for Christmas to be with family and friends. I know there are some of you who will be working because that's what your job is all about. Those of you who are nurses and doctors and occupations like that, thank you for the work and the service that you do, and for taking the time to be sacrificing the time to be with your families to take care of others. So do appreciate that. All right, one more image to cut, and then we will be able to assemble everything. Now, I should tell you on this card, I didn't punch out the papers. I actually punched out all these in white, and then I colored them the colors that I wanted. Took a little longer, but it worked. And so you can do it either way. You can color them the way you want. As you can see on this one too, I took that design, and there's all different, each punch image is a different design, and I use the different designs to do the background on that one. So there's lots that you can do with these. So if you really like to color, you can definitely do the letters the way that I did in coloring the shape. It's relaxing to do it that way. It's fun to do it that way. For the sake of the video, I decided to punch out the paper colors instead so that this didn't take too awful long, because I knew I'd be taking the time to cut these images out. I'm going to finish this up and come back around and take care of that one spot. In this area that's got a very thin line again, and it's really tight, so I'm not even going to bother to cut that out because I know I'll just cut right through it. So I'm going to forego that. Okay, and then we'll just come right in here. All right. Now we are ready to, oh, I got to do one more thing. I'm going to take my black marker, and I am going to write the number 1 for the first birthday. I still didn't get that. I thought I had gotten it. Oh, there it is. It keeps folding over. That's what my problem is. Okay, now I shouldn't have any more problems. All right. With our Stampin' Dimensionals, we are going to put this together. I'm using my large ones, and I am putting them in the 4 corners and a couple in the middle, just to give it some stability. Make sure I get the right side of the card here. And I'm going to just center that right on the base. Okay, and then I'm going to actually use my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to put some right across this. And I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on my elephant. And I'm going to sit him right on top of that leaf. Take one more dimensional. And we're going to put it right there, kind of underneath his trunk, so it looks like he's holding it. Isn't that cute? All right. Then we have to decide how we're going to put these on here. So the first thing I do is I lay them out, make sure that I have them all lined up where I want them to be. Okay, I need to bring it over just a little bit more. There. I think I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to take some more dimensionals. And we're going to quickly put this together. I just love this stamp set. It's so cute. And I think it's perfect for doing a baby card or a young toddler. And you can have the letters go straight across or any way you want to put your card together. All right. There is one of our birthday cards. Here's the other one. You can see the difference. Pretty cool, huh? Those are really fun to make. I'm so pleased with them, and I'm sure my niece and nephew will enjoy them as well. Well, you have yourself a wonderful weekend, what's left of it, and a wonderful week that lies ahead. And we will see you on Tickle Tuesday. If you want to purchase anything that's here, you can go to my shop, creatingcardswithsherry.stampinup.net. Use the host code WP379DAX. To get the details on measurements and all the things, the products that I used, go to creatingcardswithsherry.blogspot.com to get that information. Thanks so much. You have a great evening.